Assembly. May we now invite our distinguished president, a man of focus, a man who loves the National Assembly, the one that will support you to support your constituents, to now present the 2025 budget. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. Oh, yeah. Shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. After listening to this great remark of a great mind, colleague, and the president of the Senate, I feel I could have just laid the budget. Oh. With your rendition of the mandate support, I can't do otherwise. I must but respect you and go through the exercise of reading. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to be back where I started. As once a member of this respected house of thinkers and doers, I am grateful to be your president. And to be here to see so many faces of my friends, colleagues, and compatriots duties, and with unyielding commitment to rebuilding Nigeria towards ensuring that we remain steadfast on the journey to a prosperous future, I hereby present the 2025 budget to the joint section of the 11th National Assembly. 10th? I wrote 11. Which means you are all re-elected.
Fellow Nigerians, I feel greatly disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding the political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development, with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest but all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. With the crisis persisting, there's no way democratic governance, which we all fought and worked for over the years, can thrive in a way that will redound to the benefit of the good people of the state. The state has been at a standstill since the crisis started, with the good people of the state not being able to have access to the dividend of democracy. Also, it is public knowledge that the governor of Rivers State, for unjustifiable reasons, demolished the House of Assembly of the state as far back as 13th December 2023, and as up to now, 14 months after, now rebuilt the same. I have made personal interventions between the contending parties for a peaceful resolution of this crisis, but my efforts have been largely ignored by the parties to the crisis. I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter, but all their efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them. On February 28, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a judgment in respect to all about 8 consolidated appeals concerning the political crisis in Rivers State, based on several grave unconstitutional acts and the disregard of the rule of law that has been committed by the governor of Rivers State, as shown by the evidence before it, pronounced in very clear terms. And I quote, "A government cannot be said to exist without one of the 3 arms that make up of the government of a state under the 1999 Constitution as amended. In this case, the head of the executive arm of the government has chosen to collapse the legislature to enable him to govern without the legislature as a despot. As it is, there is no government in Rivers State," and I quote. The above pronouncement came after a catalogue of judicial findings of constitutional breaches against Governor Simmering Fubara. Going forward in their judgment, and having found and held that 27 members of the House who had allegedly deflected, and I quote, "are still valid members of Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot be prevented from participating in proceedings of that House by the 8th respondent, that is the governor, in cohort with 4 members," and unquote. The Supreme Court then made some orders to restore the state to immediate constitutional democracy. These orders include the immediate passing of an appropriation bill by the Rivers State House of Assembly, which up to now has not been facilitated. Some militants had threatened fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies of the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. Both of them do not realize that they are in office to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by Section 305, Paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similaye Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly State are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Eboket Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state in the interest of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which has been forwarded to the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope that this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives, binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening. Thank you.
The minority leader, please can you succumb?
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion that we do consider the request. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. So, Majority Leader, please can you lead the debate on this particular request from Mr. President?
Mr. Speaker, constitutional point of order.
Who is raising the point of order? Yes, Honorable.
The Honorable Speaker, my distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Obi Agocha. I represent the great people of Ipuano, whom I had not, whom I had South Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, since the President's letter concerns proclamation, Mr. Speaker, the constitutional procedures that must be followed as enshrined in Section 305, subsection 6B, that says for us to consider this President's request that this House must have two-thirds of members present. Mr. Speaker, may I please ask?
We already have our attendance registers, honorable colleague,
Mr.
and we will
Speaker,
rely on that to ensure.
Mr. Speaker, this is a constitutional.
Yes,
Can we do a head count, Mr. Speaker?
There
to
is no.
ascertain that we have a quorum.
Yes.
To ascertain that we have.
Yes,
that we have
our attendance register will guide us accordingly, honorable. Please.
Sir?
Our attendance registers will guide us accordingly. Members are still signing, and at the end of the day, we'll take attendance.
Mr. Speaker, can that be made available now for the members to know whether we have formed a quorum? Whether we have formed a quorum, Mr. Speaker, as enshrined in the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, so that our deliberations are not going to be deliberations based on illegality.
It is noted, honorable. Please, you can sit down. Sit down, please. Your point of order is noted. Please sit down. The leader of the House, please. The President is at liberty to lift this suspension. Is that what you are saying? Okay. Please, can we get somebody to second? Honorable Miriam.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Right Honorable Miriam Odinaka Onoha. I represent Isi Alambano, Onimo, Okigwe Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. This morning I rise to second this motion as moved by my brother Ali Jesse, that this House do support the proclamation in view that it could be reviewed shorter than the 6-month period when the two parties come to table, whether it's tomorrow or even earlier than that. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this request should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Any more contributions? Any more contributions? So we put the question. Are we ready for the question? Are we ready? Those in support of this request of Mr. President as amended should say aye. Aye! Those in support of this request from Mr. President as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Thank you very much. Clerk.
Conferred on it by Section 305, Subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and approve the proclamation of state of emergency declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria. The Senate further directs that the declaration of the state of emergency stated in the proclamation document and the mandate of Mr. President to review, and hereby mandates the President to review and even to terminate the state of emergency at any given time, but not later than 6 months. The Senate further resolved that Section 11, Subsection 4 be invoked, providing the National Assembly the authority to set up a joint ad hoc committee of both chambers to oversight the administration of Rivers State henceforth. The Senate further resolves that a committee of eminent Nigerians be set up to reconcile the warring groups within the government of Rivers State within the period of the state of emergency in Rivers State. The Senate further resolved that a committee to reconcile the warring factions in Rivers State should consist of eminent Nigerians. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the closed session? Yes. Approves the proclamation of the state of emergency 2025 declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria as amended pursuant to section 16 subsection pursuant to section 60 of the Constitution, section 305, subsection 2, and pursuant to our rules 1, sub B of the standing orders of the Senate, and also pursuant to rules 134, 135, and 136 of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in support of the declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State say aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it in unanimity. Distinguished colleagues, let me cooperation and patriotic zeal as enunciated, as expressed, as elucidated, and as displayed on the floor of the Senate today. It is our hope that this declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by Mr. President will bring peace and ensure speedy resolution of all the issues that led to the impasse. And I hope that all will abide by this and use this window of opportunity within the next 6 months to resolve all issues so that we can have peace and tranquility with good governance in Rivers State of Nigeria. I so thank my colleagues. Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, I have to talk to you guys. I want to thank you also for what you've been doing so far. You're all aware I just got in here and decided to meet with the head of service and the permanent secretaries and the service commanders. I'm going to have to meet with them to get the formal briefings from all those I met this afternoon. And then I believe it is only proper for me thereafter to have something to say to you all. And I assure you that perhaps later this evening I'll be in the right position to address you and then to address the issues that you may want to raise now. Port Harcourt is my city. Everything appears calm, and though I know that the situation is there, but we just want Port Harcourt to get back to where it has always been. Okay.
Thank you very much.
To the 8 people who are listening, please like, share, and subscribe. And I say welcome to Honor Politics. The opposition party, at this point, you don't clear. Call it unity or whatever you want to call it. But the train has left the train station. 2027 has begun in earnest. And it sure look good on paper, right? The unity, if you look at all the newspaper now, you know, Atiku, Rufai, Obi being represented, that says a lot. Yeah, I like that move because I'm still not convinced that Obi would join any coalition that will not give him ticket. And I don't even, at this point, I'm not even in support of Obi joining any of those coalitions. Let him keep going solo. Continue with the Labour Party or join any smaller party and carry your crowd along. Because, but we go APP, ARP, Labour Party, all this future All the fraction pieces suddenly holding hands after Tinubu reverse emergency punch. You know, everybody, all of, well, to me, it's nothing. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in conspiracies. Nothing happened just like that. It is the timing for me that is sweet. When Donald Trump declared the election 2 years in advance, I know that that I just started a new evolution in presidential race. Man of prestige, I agree with you. Yeah, it's the talker. They said the league want us to contribute. I'm not saying the league give you. You contribute. Since you don't want to use the the phone. Anyway, that's the link. So today in Abuja, they come out, set up a world press conference, as they will call it, shouting about democracy and good governance like it's a holy crusade. You know, these are the people that we've once had at the helm of leadership in every branch of our country. Tinubu moved to suspend Fubara, kill the assembly, and crown a sole administrator got the opposition fired up. It is a slap to the face they can't ignore, and they are framing it as Nigerian breaking point. 2023 itself, we hear them. We say now we are the tipping age. If we no vote Obi, if we no vote Atiku, it will worse. 8 years before, if na Buhari is the Messiah, if we no vote him, all hell, blah 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 blah. So it's the same thing all over again. There's no need of changing the winning strategy. I say they change the winning team. I say I greeted you. Atiku will still contest 2027 election. And Erufa will destabilize SDP in 2027. Even 2031, me believe say Atiku go see contest. I don't talk as this. Say the guy go see contest, and if he contest, all right, let's leave that on a future conversation. But let's not kid ourselves. There's strategic timing dripping all over it, right? Talk about that. This is politics. This is what they do for a living. This article has been in this race for what 40 something years. I've been at 30 something years if I'm not mistaken. So these guys are not rookie. So they eat and dream and build bread presidential races. So they know when to speak, when not to speak, what to speak on, and what not to speak on. So that's what we are experiencing. So the terminal at the breaking point, dripping all over. River isn't just a crisis; it is a gold mine. We all know oil rich, vote heavily, and now is symbol of Tinubu overreach. That catnip for 2027 campaign kickoff. I don't, none of Brazil. I just said this thing like that. This is a breaking. Okay, news live in the America. Police confirmed a shooting at a Michigan Trail Hospital, and suspects remain at large. Wait, where? At a shooting, confirmed shooting at the Michigan Trail Hospital. Who they want keep for hospital again? Thank you for that breaking news. Oh. So, man of prestige, I have you.
Yes, sir, my brother. How are you?
I do. I saw two of your agents. Well, not your agent, your two of your lobbyists at the conference in Abuja.
Who are they?
And now let's keep their name unanimous. That your you know that your lobby office for Abuja now. We
Oh,
know
you're
their
talking about
faces.
United. Who are they? Let me know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when it comes to all this kind of mess. I don't know what's going on in that Astro Rock and Nigeria. All I knew just get the news.
Campaign has started.
Yeah, no. Tinubu boss
That's
about
the
2 weeks ago. The campaign has started.
uh,
This emergency room
so
is this emergency declaration is a prelude to that. So all those the other ones now distraction. You know, this is what's happening. Campaign has started. It's all about River State. I don't know why Tinubu has to have River State to win, unless he is very concerned about the northern part of the country, that he may not get as much vote as he did. So he wants to get as much as he can get in the south. Because apart from River, Anambra is in the play. If we know what they promised Valentine. So I don't know if it is the right candidate. I don't know about, and I don't need people Anambra will vote on. Judging by Anambra antecedent, they're not going to buy that, but that don't mean anything. Tinubu has the machine. Anything is possible. So it doesn't matter to Ludo. They can remove him with the machine and install Valentine. You saw Valentine came the other day. I was busy. I was gonna come in and chastise him. I mean, I like the guy, but it is what it is. That's what he choose. That's the party he choose. But to come on Dr. Damage and gaslight us, and other kind, that's my issue. I don't care what party you do for your own interest. But all he was do gaslight. Are we stupid? We know the reason why, because he went to APC. I don't mean to digress to this. We're gonna talk about what's going on.
no, it's
The
part
reason
of
why he
it
went to
tonight. We are talking about the opposition, so it's part of
Yeah,
the.
the reason why he went to APC, because they have the machine to ring it. Actually, he inferred something like that. But I don't know if he know what he was talking about, because he said, why wouldn't you want to join a winning team? But you can join a winning team, and still maintain who you are, because you're gonna get more done in the state for joining a winning team, and you have a better chance. So it's an inference that whatever I don't even know if it's gonna come out on top as the APC person, but I guess they have to put somebody there, this person that's going to do their bidding. Bottom line, it doesn't matter if it is Valentine. Maybe they already told him before he left Labour Party. I'm not saying we should stay with Labour Party. There's nothing like Labour Party. So Labour Party is disenchanted in my own opinion. So it's not a good a good flag bearer to go for anything. That's the way I see it. I mean, Tinubu already scattered that one. So I'm not worried about him
I think
leaving, but
yeah, in that I think this is what I think is happening in that space. That Ozigo joining APC. You understand?
mm,
The goal for the APC in Anambra is to get 25%,
okay.
right? Okay. So now, what the role Ozugo will play is to give to put to divide the youth of Anambra pretty much, right? Now, when we are talking about the youth of Anambra, not be us where they make noise for internet, right? We don't forget that those ones where they vote, the real people on ground who are votes, right? They see, they know this, they know even though they see what you are talking about, they no go act accordingly, right? They wait for what they can get immediately. Now, to get 25%, if we have Ozugu, right? Not that he's going to become governor, right? But going to 2027 after the election, for them to get 25%, they have to do the work. You understand? So the agreement is the opposition party, people like Soludo, is to help get 25%, and they will make sure say their election is smooth. So I don't necessarily think they believe their Ozogo is going there so that they will win a governor, they will win Anambra. I know they cannot beat
So
Ozogo.
you don't think that's the main? So okay, let me put it this way. They want to win the state, but the bare minimum or the strategic minimum of their main goal is to get 25%. Then
Yes.
anything after that is good or great.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because if Soludo coming back second time, his focus will be what? Presidency, right?
Right. Who
So
do yeah, go ahead.
and Abga is not going to Abga Udon is not anywhere to be found at that level. So
No, no,
his
no.
aim will be to be
Africa is not a national party, so he's going to have
so
to find another platform.
exactly. So easier for him to get to presidency than to go for vice presidency under APC. Because if APC give their ticket to another person in 2031, he will be very good. So that's where the likes of Ozugo will now will come into play. Because now Ingo they do the work among the youth. He will not come out openly and campaign as a APC candidate until he finally officially decamp. So people like them Ozugo will they do the underground work. And
Okay,
maybe hopefully after his time they'll give it to Ozugo. So I think that's what is at play. I could be wrong, but
I mean, that's a plausible. That's a plausible theory, whatever you call it, conspiracy theory or theory. I mean, that's a plausible
because
theory.
there's
Yeah.
another guy here already, Obiora Okonkwo,
Hmm.
who's already a APC member, a strong guy
Right,
too.
right,
He has
right. Because he
money
was
too.
already there before this Valentine came
uh
over the other day. So,
Exactly. So there is a better, but just as you said, they have to aim for the bigger prize, which is to the governorship. Even if they don't get it, they will land on 25%. That's a
right.
win-win, right? So that's I think they have to work for it. They not go on because Obi is going to stand. Obi go still run. So
Hmm.
to get 25% when Obi is still running, it's not going to come as
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because they
Okay,
want to throw
okay,
money
okay.
around.
I think I see. Okay, I think I got your
Ehen.
point. No, no, no,
So
no. For I mean, no, no. Okay, okay. I never thought about that until you mentioned Obi. Yeah, that Obi is going to run. I mean, it
because
doesn't matter
this
who it
game,
is. Obi,
just
Obi is going to win
understand
this.
that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Obi is
just
going to.
understand that. Hmm.
Yeah, Obi is going to win the state, regardless. Even at all, Obi is at the bottom. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not as big as it is. He's going to win the state. So there's no doubt about it.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
they have because Atiku will still be on ground. And imagine if
Right.
maybe Atiku wherever Soludo will go. If Soludo run under Atiku or under APC, they need that 25% because I mean you are contesting with the people like Obi. So most of the thing that is happening now, right? Largely 70-75% of the activity now is gearly towards 2031.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
already
come
what's happening
2020,
already. Campaign. I
uh,
mean, it's already on. I mean, yeah. I mean, let the game begin. The
so
game
that
already
move,
began.
yeah, so that move is a very strategic move, but it's not clear yet. You understand? It's not clear yet, but by the time they do their primaries now, everything will clear. Now, no
Ovie,
really know why.
did you see this breaking news? I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna write it there, but I need to discuss with it. Then I put it. Maybe the chat people will be seeing it, which I don't really believe. It's a breaking news. About 2 or 3 channels has carried it. They say the militant, you know, the militant take up Biafra movement. Topolo, which I don't even believe. Topolo that is profiting from this government. You
No,
know
no,
their name.
all those ones. Nah. See, when you
Atape and Asarudoko. They want
at
the
this
Nigerian
point,
government.
yeah, no, at this point, the militants in Nigeria they are with the federal government. Now, Tinubu has been with
Yeah,
them
yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
That's why I
So
said.
all those
That's
ones
why I
are
said that's
just
a fake news.
propaganda. Make I
Yeah,
even play
that's a
one video for
propaganda.
you.
That will never happen. I mean, but it was
So
a
all
news
the,
circulating in Nigeria. The main news media. It's not like
now they be the
media
main
people.
now
But
they be the main propaganda machine now. You
why would
should
they
know.
even? Why would they even print? Why would they even print something like that without authenticating it? It doesn't even make sense. I
They
mean,
just
who's you?
want to clash the airwaves. Shey now, okay, just look at this. Erufai the opposition party, they make press conference say what happened in Port Harcourt is not accepted. That moment when they speak, his son dey House of Rep, they vote yes.
Oh my God! I watch it live.
So make it make no
Do you know what I find
make it
out?
make sense.
I don't know if you follow
Yes.
the constitution. I think it was 305. Um, section 3, section 6 of B. It
Yeah.
said specifically there has to be a hand count, and it has to be, it has to be 2/3 of the house, which is like about 240, because there are
Yeah,
360
yeah,
of
yeah.
them. That's
Yeah.
what the constitution require. But did you see what that guy
Yeah.
did? You just played it. You only use
No,
a
no.
voice, because he said,
Yeah.
and people, because they don't have enough. They already do their background. They don't have enough,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, like Obi has already spoke. He asked
Some
Labour
people no
people
agree
to,
show up. Some people no
yeah,
agree show up.
PDP
Yeah.
asked Labour to oppose it. So I don't really know, but who I don't give credit to people in the house. But they didn't have the count. That's why the guy Abbas used voice. I said this country don't finish.
No. Now
This
them
country
see
don't
now them
finish.
now them they there. The country never finish. Now them they there. You
But it said
understand?
you,
Them
but
them.
of here, the constitution said 2/3 of head count.
Now no be there write the constitution. Sure. You now they talk as if say the way that they see things as if say why are you
No, 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 no.
surprised?
I'm not saying anything not dey happen for Niger, but every time it happen, it's still alarming. It's still concerning. We
That
still
is
have to talk about it.
now, you know why? That's why you see the headline, the militant taking over Biafra. You understand? Just to clear the airway, because what you just pointed out is the real problem that everybody should be speaking of, right? But for
Yeah,
where they can't give us all those headlines. So they
that
know, as
don't
I
that don't even
said,
make sense. America is not even
eh,
gonna believe that nonsense.
that is I say the noise and the signal. We just need to understand that, so they know what they are doing. It's not so. That's why I thought say, are you surprised? You don't be saying
No, 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 no,
nah.
no, no, no. I wasn't
Eh.
surprised, but
So
it was just
they
alarming that
know because it's just a game of in Nigeria now two club, the rich and the poor, the oppressed and the oppressed. That's why it's like that. That's why they can do it in your face, broad daylight. You understand? you you want to tell me will be say maybe we enter street and me I took it maybe if
But
you look at the
Ovie, let me ask
activities,
you something. Let me ask you something.
yeah.
Does, I guess, because of what, like I said, maybe what's happening in the north, does Tinubu need river to win? Does he need river to win? I know. I mean, in my own
You
opinion,
need
I'm
to
not saying nothing
no
is impossible.
go
Does
back
he have to
to
have river to win?
go back to during the campaign, all the permutation we are having. You need two out of the three states, Lagos, Kano, and Port Harcourt.
Okay, but he didn't win them
You
before, but he still won.
no,
We
you
know
want
how
two
river
out of the.
happened anyway, so that's a different
That's what
story.
I'm saying now. So
They
you need
gave
to
they
if we so they have to. It just but most importantly, rivers. These three states. Another thing they have in common is money. Don't forget, this is a game of money. You understand? You
hmm
have to know where that money is going. If it's not coming your way, that means it's going towards your opponent. And again, we have to
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
your mind back to this is competition season. It's straight up. Now straight bullet, this competition season. You have to know who is who.
So
You
what you
understand?
say, if I read what you're saying right now, so let's assume after these 6 months, you, let me ask you 2 questions. You don't think Fubarok is coming back, or after they have done everything, Fubarok will obey whatever they want? Which one do you think is
Of
going to be
course.
possible?
Of course. That's the only way can come back now. If not, I see they come back, they will pitch him. They go pitch him. Don't forget, they for a pitch him. If to say he himself no do waiting in do so. You understand? Because he has to trade place. And I mean, if they impeach him, he's gone. He's gone forever. He's gone.
But
You know, go
why
for it.
didn't they why didn't they follow the impeachment route? That would have been a little more legitimate
That
than
was
going
what
through
that
the.
was what they are planning to do. He
Okay,
said
why
no.
did Tinubu rush?
Wait, no, that's what no. You will say why did Fubara rush?
What do you mean by that?
You understand? Fubara, if Fubara allows the process to go through, right? They
hmm
will impeach him in the house because pretty much the majority of the house are lawyers to Wike, and that is what they are preparing for.
Right?
They are already preparing note of impeachment.
Yeah.
So
We know that.
so the Fubara now had to be stubborn, had to be pull up that because we are not talking about what his own contribution in all this because he's a quiet guy, you understand? So because they're two fighting. So they had to do whatever he did for them to at least okay, maybe they just give me a state of emergency instead. I will still stand a chance of coming back. I will have 6 months to go negotiate, to go beg or to go do whatever.
So
You understand?
are you
Tinubu
saying
won.
he's in for this? He agreed to this. They tell him or they told him already off from before they did it.
That's the only choice before him. He no get choice because
Yeah. He probably prefer.
after 6 months,
He
they
probably
come back
prefer
too.
this than impeachment. Yeah. He probably
Yes,
prefer.
because
Yeah.
he stand a chance of coming back, right? Now to beg or whatever, compromise and come back and finish your term. Maybe still stand
Right.
a chance of re-election again. But if they impeach you, you are gone.
Yeah.
You don't finish with
Impeach
that.
and remove. Right. Impeach and remove.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is a now the power they go on, yeah. So now state where money day. So the Bola Tinubu had to have control of it. He's the president, right? Now when in there outside, now they go beg that time. If you remember during the campaign, if they go Port Harcourt like 2 3 times, they beg. You understand? But now he's the president. But again, you have to look at Bola Tinubu has been defeated like this before, which is the Edo no be Lagos. If you remember, it was like this. It was a fight between Osomole and Obaseki until they allied to campaign period, and Obaseki used it. PDP no be Lagos, and it worked with the help of the power that be at the center. If to say this thing, they see they drag am, Fubara still in power, they are still dragging it, and they allow it to enter campaign proper. What do you think the slogan is going to be? Rivers no be Abuja, and e go sell loud because Wiki at Abuja, we say they call am Tinubu de Abuja. So with all this, the sympathy, as in people will actually go with that. They know that they don't want to risk it. So we have to get
Don't
this
you
guy in
think?
check or we take him out.
Don't you think we just what happened and what has been happening? Don't you think Wiki has damaged his political capital?
No,
You know.
his political capital is the man in power, is Bola Tinubu. So
No,
you
no,
know,
no, no.
Bola
I'm not
Tinubu
talking
say,
about right now. Future political capital, like saying want to be a president. I mean, who's gonna vote?
no, no. See, man of prestige. You need to understand that at that level, now them, right? You are seeing it from the angle of people vote, people go vote for him. We no get choice. Imagine you say now only Tinubu, if na Wike and Isa Pantamis come out 2023, who you go vote for? So this is like okay.
Oh my god!
So
Oh my
this
god!
is an elite game. Just see, I don't say Wike fall into the bracket of the next guys that will be in charge for the next 20 years.
Not
So
don't.
he's trying.
Oh my god!
He doesn't want
No,
what
no,
happened to
don't tell me that.
Odili.
I rather have
No,
I rather have my body buried here. What?
no, not them. Whereby you are, how many years we can senior you? If in your group too, go play your part now. If you don't want Wicked to be there, you got to work now, right? Because so you have to look it from
How old
that.
is Wike? How old is Wike? 50 what?
Ah
I
no,
guess.
Wicked got already 60. Oh.
Oh, it's only okay.
Wicked already 60.
Okay.
So you have to look at it from that, and he go at least he go finish this tenor. If Tinubu come back, another 4 years is guaranteed for him. He never finish. The old guys never come out. He never be them. Eh? So he's trying to avoid what happened to Odili from happening to him. He's also trying to avoid what happened to Amechi. Not that Amechi dey street now, like every one of us. So he's trying to avoid that too. So either way, he just dey do what they go there.
Huh?
George Obi, for example, in Anambra, it's only Soludo and Ozigbo. Yeah, but Soludo
I,
will still win out.
I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine in Florida today.
Mm.
So we was talking about. Then I was saying, that Tinubu has broke the law for everything about this emergency declaration. I'm not saying he doesn't have the right, to declare the emergency room, but the way he did the emergency room and what he proclaimed after that, he doesn't have the constitution. I am not just saying it. It's what I have had well-known lawyer. Forget about the sycophancy like
No, no,
the
no.
attorney, the attorney general
The
and some
lawyer
other
is
things.
wrong. The lawyer is wrong.
Huh?
The lawyer that told you that he doesn't have the constitutional right is wrong.
No. Listen to me. I did not say he does not have the constitutional right to declare emergency, But what I'm saying, there's no place in that 307 from 3 to 6 that gave him that authority to remove the governor, the House of Rep, and install this administrator. And I'm gonna tell you why the way he's supposed to do it, even I thought he has done it. Forget about what Obasanjo did. We know Obasanjo was an illegitimate. I mean, what he did was illegitimate, because he was just coming from the military. But we passed that time, and look at what Jonathan did in the three states in that part of the country. But the point I'm trying to make, even at all you declared this in, how come you didn't give it to the House of Rep and Senate for you to get your 2/3? Then before you can install the administrator, he already installed the administrator yesterday, and the house and the this thing, they haven't come to agreement. They have not confirmed it. He already removed the governor, which is not in the constitution there. You know, so I mean, because I've heard from highly placed, I've been listening about seven Falana, every highly placed. I mean, they can't all be
So,
wrong.
but look at what is missing here. Look at what is
What is
missing.
missing?
Right? What they are
Okay.
not telling you is there is an area enactment, which is like an amendment to that part of the constitution in
Yeah, they brought they,
2018.
they brought it. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, exactly. So, what you need to understand between the 305 and the reenactment of that 305 is three things, right? The power of when, why, and how.
Okay, if we have to go
So,
there, if we have to
yeah,
go there, what he did
yes.
does not justify the why. It does not justify. It doesn't justify the why and the when. What? Let me tell you why. Because they have more pressing issue. Look at what's going on in Benue right now. People are running away. Do you know how many people that died yesterday?
Yeah,
About
but
11
hold on
people
now.
and few soldiers killed. So
Now,
is that
see
is that not
again.
more?
Hold on first. Hold on. See, I understand where you are going, and that's where they want you. That's what they want you to do, to focus on the generality of everything. I mean, just if we want to go by that, just by looking at the environment itself, it's enough to declare the state of emergency. You
Okay,
understand?
let me ask
But
you.
you want to hold
I
on
want you
first.
to be objective. Put on your objective hat. We know what's happening, what Fubaraki did, Fubarak fumble, he make a deal with the devil. That's him and wicked problem. Fubarak is not an innocent person. After all, he's a criminal or whatever, embezzle money. We know how he came to power. He never campaigned. Wicked just brought him whatever deal they have. What I'm concerned is the people, because it's not about Fubarak. And recently Fubarak know what he did. He was listening to people. He started obeying. He
Uh,
demolished the house.
see,
The budget presented wasn't constitutional. But
man
lately
of
he
prestige.
started, he hold on. Lately he started coming to he started coming to realize what he did was wrong. Present the budget, they didn't allow him to. Why not solve this amicable? What transpired? Okay, let's assume there's a pipeline that was broke, that was set on fire. Does that constitute emergency? Just one pipeline. How many people has died compared to what's
Hold
going
on,
on in the
see,
north?
man of
I'm
prestige.
listening.
This is the difference between my platform, which is on our politics, and TV. No, I'm not saying what you are saying is wrong, but right, you are saying I
Uh-huh.
should be objective, right? Me being
Yeah.
objective here is looking at the game, not the players, right?
Why you
You are
always look
looking
at
at the.
why you always look at the game? Why not look at
But
it
that is
from
it.
for
Hold
humanity
on now.
point of view? You don't
Hold
always
on. Just
go ahead, bro.
hold on. Man of
Okay.
Prestige, just listen. From humanity point of view, we are flawed human beings. We are not God. So that's why you are not going to look at it from that perspective. So it is not. That's just look at it from American angle. It's about the law. They know that human being. The man, just like Obi that the Obi that you are saying that is can be good. Guess what? They can also be bad. If Obi is the president today, the House of Rep and they will be doing the same thing. He cannot do anything. So that's the game, right? That's the game. If you look at it individually, everybody is flawed. Because even you today, if you come out, the people that you don't expect the most, are not going to say you be bad person. So we want to look at the objective. Is reality. What are you feeling? How you think they affect you? Because you are looking at it from this person is bad, this person is good, the people are suffering and all that. That's not normal. And there's nothing. First thing first, the job that you are doing right now, your goal is to get promotion. Your aim is to go to the next level, right? That's the first thing first. When you wake up in the morning, how do I make the next profit? How do I go to the next level? The same thing is at the politicians too. Once they wake up, it's not about how the country go better. No, how do I retain my seat? Because for you to even do better for your community, you need to be there. So that's, unfortunately, that's how you need to see these people too. Now, why I say you should look at the game is that Bola Tinubu is not looking at what we are talking about. He's looking at how do I come back 2027, right? So it is not about what the people are feeling. What do I need to do now to make sure I retain my position? Guess what? If to say good Lord Jonathan get the calm man where Tinubu get, that guy for no losing the election. You understand? You got to do what you got to do first to continue being the president before you can even do anything. Unfortunately, that's how the game is played. I'm not saying it's the right way, but that is the reality. Just look at the last few months of the American election, right? Even after they don't elect Trump finish, look at all the pardon across the two presidents. It don't make sense. Both Biden pardon, both Trump pardon. But guess what? This is power. You got to do what you got to do before I come back and destroy you. So you have to see it from that angle first. All these people all these leaders, they don't really care what they want first before any other thing. So if you see it from that angle, you understand what is exactly at play. Why Tinubu did what he did to do what he did. Now, if you say Tinubu now is very swift in taking that action, he could just there's so many ways to go around it in the first place, right? A state of emergency is not the only way. Right? If you want to rationalize it with the way you are rationalizing it, it's not the only way to actually go about it. But you are not in position.
Ovie, I'm so thinking about we saying, I'm not saying America is not corrupt or whatever. We say we borrow our type of democracy, from US. Okay, we know what's happening. Trump has been testing all angle of
Sorry,
the
somebody
constitution.
is calling. I bet call back again. The guy from Germany. Sorry, go ahead.
He has been testing all kind of constitution, and then, some of them he has locked, some of them that executive power. But even the people even the people there is majority majority Republican. They are checking on him. I mean, they have checked on him in many places. Even I thought the developing story right now. I mean, they went against his whatever he want. But what I'm saying in Nigeria, what is the judiciary that there for? Okay, for example, I'm gonna tell you this: this administrator they just appointed, the Supreme Court said don't release the money, but Tinubu said no, I'm going to release the money, and he went ahead and released the money to the administrator. So
Yes.
where are we? When we
Again,
can't even even the
again,
Congress
again.
for the Natasha
Hold
issue
on
they
first.
didn't wait.
Hold on first. Again, I like how you point out the difference between that of Nigeria and the Americans. Why Republicans actually go after Trump? You have to look at it from this angle, right? It's a politics of winner take it all. What does that mean? That means if you win as a president, you are at liberty to replace everything if you can, if nobody can stop you, which is what Trump administration is doing. Right? Now, those people who are speaking, also the publicans who are speaking up, just follow the money. Most of them are independent. People like Rumney. You don't need your money now. All his community are behind him and he get money. But those who are at the mercy of interest, they cannot do anything. Just look at Mashuma, your own leader. He's kicking out at the time minute. Why?
That guy ain't nothing. No. I'm a Democrat, but right now, Democrat are in
You're,
disarray.
exactly. So, but because the money, those people who are protected, because where the money is from, money when they win election, where it's coming from, is if they make the wrong move now, they are not coming back. They'll probably use rate. So the same thing with that of Nigeria. Why you they surpass the INEC? They go after with the president talk. Judiciary they go everywhere. Because as the president come, everybody, if you are not lawyer, you no go fit maintain that seat again. Unfortunately, but that's where we are. So that's why you see say if they do every, you go push the constitution to the limit, right? And he will get away with it because nobody won't risk in position. So that's where we are. So when I keep using the word unfortunately because it doesn't matter who comes to power. If Obi comes to power now, he comes in as the Labour Party. What do you think every other person will do? They will protect themselves too. They will gang up, end up with him up for him. But you have to look at where the interest lies. That's why even when people they complain about, oh, waiting for Tinubu no good, the people that we quote unquote we select to represent them, they don't care because unfortunately again, no be our votes they put them there. That's another sad part. So I totally see you're speaking from from a rational mind, right? You are rationalizing everything in a normal society, in a normal world. That's how things supposed to be. But
Yeah, the
unfortunately,
Supreme Court,
this is
the
where we
Supreme
are.
Court ruling I was saying was the USAID. The
Yeah.
Supreme Court, yeah, they said he doesn't have a right to do that, but it just, just one of the many things. But I
No,
didn't want to give it to
no,
America
but
for.
that's the power of a president. Now you go push. You understand? If they allow you get away with it, that's fine. You understand? You have to make attempt. That's why you be president. You have that liberty to
But why
just
can't we
try.
have a little bit? I'm not saying America is pure. Why can't we have a
Yeah.
little bit of decency in Nigerian politics? The three branches of government. At least one
We
person
get
go say, okay, we're not gonna, we're gonna abide by where everybody has to, paddle to the president like he's the lord of the is their lord and their king. It's so
that is it
annoying
now.
sometimes.
Because we the Nigerian people, right? We don't have that power. Financially, we are not there. We not get where and we are not together. So forget say we will say, oh, now we vote for him, we vote for him. We cannot defend that person. You understand? See, these people know. It is a matter of where am I going or where am I coming from. You understand? If I don't reach
So
here now, if
in
I
other
go
words,
back to where I come from,
you don't think Nigerian constitution is a problem. I'm just asking.
oh, it is. It is the problem. That's why we get. It is the constitution that produced the candidates that we have. That is the whole issue. That's why me, person like me, since I dey always go out on Obasanjo. You understand? It is the constitution that give us the kind of people that we have. Now, the constitution select the best for us. Because everything that they are doing because. And again, now them write the constitution. Politics is the only industry that only the players are at liberty to regulate their own law. Now only they write the law, they regulate them. You understand? So if you see from that, you know say okay, we just dey do whatever we want. Whatever they want is what will prevail. That was why when they shout, when they refer to me, they shout, make them go do electoral reform, a single candidacy. I was like, what is this guy did? What he do am for prison? What he do am for prison? Only you come out, let us understand that we are not citizens. But you see me they regulate voting for us. You know be citizen you dey vote, does it count if you are not citizen? So it's not just everybody as in I don't just understand what is going on anymore. The people that you look up to actually see to they see it, but all of a sudden they begin to ask some kind of, like you begin to ask yourself, what is happening? So the only why we not get one person that is different, it is because the system at this point, they are all feeding from one source. Now, what do I mean by that? Man of prestige, you there America here. The billionaires in where you are in California, they have nothing in common with the billionaires in Texas, right? Everybody where they make a billion is different. So they can afford to go at each other. They are their representative. Because I don't, your money is not to me. My people say get back. The same thing if you come to go down to Chicago, go down to everywhere. Everybody source of billions wealth is literally different. Now that top that they link up, but in Nigeria, from the one for everybody is not the oil. The pastor, the imam, the market woman, every fucking billionaire who from the elite ruling class, they are inch on oil. So you see, that's another reason you cannot misbehave. Okay, now ask yourself now. One thing I just noticed: where are the billionaires then? Where are the hotel dollars? Where are the Olumelu in this thing that is happening?
Oh
Where are
no.
they? Why are they quiet all of a sudden?
They can
Why?
hold on over here.
Yes.
That's an even bigger question. We know where they are. But you should have asked, where is Asari Doku? Forget about the little noise where you make up the other day. It's with Tinubu. Regardless, he's not gonna
Of
talk that much.
course. Right from day one, not be sorry to go, but no go Asu Rock. Is it not the first
Yeah.
privilege Nigerians to be in Asu Rock when we go to the office? So now go respect as all of us waiting. Tinubu himself na trick man. See, for him to do that, he understand the game. He's not a novice. He know who and who fit cause trouble for Creek. I don't give them better bar now. Tinubu is doing what good Lord Jonathan refused to do. Well, maybe the constitution in power around that time, because that's the question, that's the mistake people are making. When people are using good Lord Jonathan as an example, or Obasanjo as an example, that was before 2018. There was a ratification when 2018, when Nigerians were being deceived by the likes of Shewore, OBS equally, what did they call them? They call them five. Those five young people that came out to say run for president. Third force. You remember?
Yeah.
At that moment, when the whole country was carried away with their shenanigans, that's when that law was ratified. If you remember what was also going on again at that time, that was the heat of the agitation. 2017, 2018. That was the heat of the agitation. But at the same time, the Boko Haram people and the S-men too are also doing their own. So that gave Buhari opportunity to say, let's review this part of the constitution, which was in place since 1961. 1961, that was when the law was in place. So in 2018, in order for Tinubu, Buhari, when Buhari come out and say a dot in the cycle, we will teach them the language they understand by mobilizing the military and the uniform men against them. What do you think he was talking about? That they don't already ratify that law. You do anyhow, that's exactly what would have happened. Right? So he wasn't at the position to use it. Tinubu, that was the loophole. That's the opportunity advantage that Tinubu is taking. Right? Tinubu, because the ratification of that law also indicates that when there is a national threat, so when you blow up a pipeline, there's nothing more national threat than our oil. There's nothing more like that. So that's exactly why Tinubu was able to do that, and everybody. So all those analysts, they can come and be citing hold example, but they will not tell you exactly what actually is happening. Make I go read this thing for you that I found. Say the Emergency Power Act of 1961 had become obsolete and could no longer address emergency security situation in the country. The passage of the new bill will address the security challenge that had risen in the country as a result of security threats and agitation in some part of the country. Now, what I'm reading, this is the conclusion of the House after they don't submit go through the law finish. This is August 1st, 2018. Now, they say the enactment of the act is necessary for the preservation of public peace and safety of its citizens in affected areas. And the various stakeholders had unanimously supported the passage of the bill. If Nigerians no go understand, because Nigeria were carried away with the sensation of Shewore, he's just running for president at that time, Mogalu, Ezekwesili. There's this other Yoruba guy, I don't always remember his name, where they form leader, motivational speaker. There were four of them with Donald Duke. Now then be the darling of the people that time. Now when they just quietly amended this act. And look, let you continue. Say in his concluding remark, he stated that the bill will further confer on the National Assembly the power to decide whether the proclamation of a state of emergency by the president will remain in force or not. Which does that tell you? They go say no. You need to consult the House of Rep. No, it's after you don't make the proclamation, you have 48 hours to furnish the members of the House, and they will now say, okay, yes, your decision is right or wrong. And as we speak today, they don't say the decision of the president is right. So people can argue
Okay,
that
you just balance
yes,
what I'm saying. That is the point I'm having. I'm not talking about making the proclamation. Then, like you said, give it to the House. But Tinubu
mm,
has went ahead and made took the decision that he did, and assert
yes,
the issue already before the House approve it.
yes, that was the change that brought to that 305. That's what I'm saying. That 305, that's what you are saying. But there was a change that came to
Okay,
that
can you
305 in
read the change?
2018.
Okay, can you read the
The,
2018 change?
that's what I'm saying. That the president
Uh-huh.
will not inform the members of the House after the proclamation has been made. That he has 24 hours. After he done the state of emergency, everything, he has 24 hours. If the members of the House are in section, which they are, if they are
Right.
not in section, he has 7 days. Even after
Okay.
I don't make the proclamation, he has seven
7 days
days
or 10 days. Okay, but the
to,
point
to
I'm
go
trying
back
to
to the
make
House.
in hold on, hold
Yes,
on. The point I'm trying to make about that proclamation of emergency. Okay, did he state that the president can go ahead and take action in whatever he wants to
yes,
do, not just in
yes,
the declaration?
yes. Because
Okay,
they say
I need to find
in
I
their
need to find that.
conclusion remark, in their conclusion remark, it stated that the bill would further confer on the National Assembly the power to decide whether the proclamation of the state of emergency by the president should remain. Remain. That is the English word there. So now waiting down there, now it go fit remain. So if the
You know
president had
what?
don't make that proclamation,
I don't know. It's so broad. It's subject to interpretation. That will remain. It didn't quite specific. Said the president can go ahead and remove the governor, or the president can go ahead and install new administration. So you see, that's a very vague area.
no,
Yeah.
no, there's nothing vague there.
Why is
You
it not?
understand? You see, my prestige.
Yeah.
What you want go tell the National Assembly?
You have to tell them that you have declared the state of emergency. Then this is what I want to do. I'm going to remove the governor.
You
I'm going to install new
know, no.
administration. But just approve
That's
it.
what I'm
Is it not
saying.
how it's supposed to be?
That's that's what I'm saying. See, whatever the president does is subjected to what ratification by the House. Whatever he does, he don't do them already. Not waiting in the thing. He has to actually do the act first. Then he cannot approach the House. Say, this is why I did this. It is not left for the House to say, Oga, you are right or you are wrong. You are not going there to consult. It's not a matter of consultation. The act has been carried out. It is not left for the House to rectify it. That's why I thought saying that three things here: the when, the why, and the how. So now the how we are arguing of, or as you want to be rational, which is the right thing to do, you say, this thing no reach that level where you go trigger national emergency. That's a fair argument, right? But again, it is the man that wear the shoes that know where it pinches.
You see,
So that's why I decided to say,
I mean,
yes.
this politics worldwide is like a gangsterism. Waiting
And
they
you
happen, how
see,
things happen, and everything, all these politicians.
it
Could
has
you
to
even
be like
believe that?
that.
There's something, hold on, Ovie. There's something I just
Yes.
started following last 2 weeks. Do you know
Mm.
all these House of Rep and in United States, and senator, and I'm going to use one person as an example. They invest in stock and everything. Of course, they have inside intel, right?
Yes, so
Now the
yep.
government has made it public. You have to know the intel they have after, but this is after now. After, I think, after about 3 weeks, after they already have the intel, so you can follow them
Mm.
and whatever stock they're investing. But it's just like Nancy Pelosi, for example. Did you know that people like Nancy Pelosi was getting 30% return on her stock? Did you know
Hmm.
that? I'm just giving you that example of how corrupt this politics is.
That's it.
Why living on our investment and you
Oh,
getting 30%, we only getting 1-2% or we don't get any, and they won't do anything. They won't move their money when they know that stock is gonna fall. Why do they have to have that leverage? I'm just saying general, but that applies to
that's what I thought.
Nigeria too
Yeah,
in anything.
that's what I thought. We are human. Now only law, now they make one society to better to other person. If you want live on to human, that's why it make you. That's why they say don't follow with emotion. Ah, this person is nice. This person is good. This person is evil. No, 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 no. Every human being has that tendency in him or her, good and bad. Now,
But it
now
seems it seems
circumstance
like
and
it seems like the
situation.
world is not fair, man. I mean,
No,
I'm not
are
saying
we
it's
not
not fair
human
today,
being?
but
I the one go the one they say before now you get it. Guy, man, president, you funny, but then the word no fair. Hey, I tire for you. You live in a
no.
capitalist society. They say the word no fair. I suppose that's what capitalism is all
Well,
about.
it's not.
Somebody has to be the best.
Well, the issue is not about me. It's not just about me. That's the way I look at things. It doesn't have to be about me. How about
No,
other
what I'm
people?
trying to say, what I'm trying
I'm
to
not saying
say,
I'm not saying I'm Mother Teresa. But come on now, I don't know.
no, what I'm saying, is stop expecting from people. Just say, what is the law of this place? Now law differentiate America from China, Nigeria from Kenya. Now law, not be say not be say these you people are better human being. No, 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 no. All of us, once you dey shit, you dey chop, you dey shit, your leg dey touch ground. All of us are the same. What I mean is not the same. The way we reason and process things not the same because now situation and circumstance now they make the way we act and behave different. So that's where law comes into place. Law now one, everybody has to obey it, which is okay. We know now say yes, the law is just meant for the poor and not be for everybody. So you have to look at where these people, where they face these people. But Tinubu, he stand a chance of winning or you lose the election. That's the most important thing now. That's where he's at. Every action he takes, he has to calculate them. Why will this play out? Unfortunately, as I keep using that word, that's what it is. The same thing with any government in the world. Now, see that link when I put there, that link. Those who are listening should go and read that link. You go see man of press. If you want to research, get more detail of what we just talked about that law. Just read that the link that I put. That is the amendment, right? The Senate, if you click on it, the Senate passed the Emergency Power Repeal and Replacement Bill 2028, February 2028. The Senate at this plenary section of on Thursday, 1st February 2028, passed the Emergency Power Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2028, SB 182, which seeks to repeal the Emergency Act of 1961 and enact Emergency Act of 2018 to provide for the declaration of what state of emergency. Now, make I tell you, let me just go straight to the what is in the new one that all the people are they listen to, they know they agree talk about it. They just keep trying to say, oh, Abatinjo didn't do it, Goodluck did not do it. Let me give you a proof, a more detail of it, right? They say after following the submission from the stakeholders at the public hearing, the committee observed that now no be saying a kangaroo hearing they do. Look at the committee that was put in place. The Federal Ministry of Justice, the Nigerian Law Commission, I know see all those ones, but for formalities, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, Department of State and National Human Rights, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Institute of Peace and Conflict Resolution, Peace and Legal Advocacy, whatever. These are the committees that actually review the reenactment. Now, They say one, the Emergency Power Act of 1961 had become obsolete and no longer addressing emergency security issue. Now, the passage of the bill would address the security challenge and has risen in the country as a result of that's now what we talk about with that. There's a broader explanation of that. We'll tell you why they actually did that. So see, that's another thing. The way they take write all the constitution, as time goes on, when they know say then they at a crossroad, they go pull one out, they go adjust them, just to keep going, right? The same thing with what if you look at the government of Trump and Biden too. Before Biden come out, he make sure in the Supreme Court adjust the constitution, the part of the constitution that says that you can literally kill American citizen on American soil if they misbehave. now, now, if any accident like that happen, now they go say na Donald Trump. But guess what? As all of us they make noise for the election, hey, Donald Trump is this, Biden, Kamala, who losing now? So now the same thing like in Nigeria too, right? When they know say come, blast say this 2027 problem go there for us. I'm gonna go adjust as small. They go make sure what would they make noise about Bobrisky, VDM, all this our new powerhouse. They will just go adjust as small. When then I did Atlanta, Georgia, when they adjust the fact that you cannot sue a presidential candidate unless you actively participate in that election. That means you are on opposition, you are a member of the party and all that. When they adjust that thing, I remember clearly the conversation that we are having. It's about the obedient movement, Atiku. I know where I did exactly. I did Georgia. So when the thing all happen, they come to say I want to sue Bola Tinubu for a result and others say, who you be when you want to? The constitution said no. The constitution said he said that yes, but they readjusted it a couple of months ago. Why you are making noise? They readjusted it. So it is in a power game. If to say good luck, get the mind, get your small mind. Do waiting to know what they do so. If for the power for 10 years. Let me see who's on the comment section. Mona Novels. George, George said with the example in Anambra, we talked about that. So you don't have choice, ABGA or APC. You're right. It's 305, not 307. Thank you for that correction. Niger man, you're welcome. Listen to Kenneth Okonkwo. I got see the hustle. See they look for job. When they give him a job, what did he talk? Greeting house, Condor. I can tell you. George says, so don't you think that we do not? Sorry. Somebody was trying to call me from Germany. The number is still there. No verse. I was. Maybe I see. I think the person sent a message. So you can see call. Let me see. Ovi, sorry, I tried to get you. Yeah, Ovi, listen to Ken. Oh, okay. Now you be that. So Berlusconi na Germany you dey sef. Hey, okay. I don't finish with that. I will give you Esme your address. We are coming for you. Anyway, so you are saying something. You say, so don't you think that we do not really need democracy? Maybe we need a patriot dictator. No, of course. No, not of course. We don't need democracy. You just touch on what you will need, right? You touch on patriots. You know that word nationalist. You know that word populist. If you want to give them names. The last time we have a national leader as a leader was Murtala Mohammed, and we know what happened to him. So I think that was the last message. The leaders get the message straight. Say, man, if we don't follow the upper power, we are finished. So all of
All
them
right,
just
Ovie.
become.
I'll talk to you later, Ovie. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you.
Man.
All of them don't turn to American chihuahuas. Condor say with the renew hope. I believe you. I believe you. We are renewing hope. I beg, lift it when we come, man. See this word, this T-pain of a thing, this T-pain. I say, where is that coming from? Who say me will they use them? Why is it that it's when you want to criticize the president that you instead of using his name you use T-pain? People don't understand is that tomorrow, when I mean tomorrow, 20 years, 30, 100 years from now, when the future generation are raising a bus today, because they will tap Bola Tinubu, now they go tap. They go type in search whatever they will have in terms of getting information. T-Pain no go come out. So whatever point you are trying to attach to that T-Pain, it no go show up. So I don't understand. I am 100% sure where that idea came from. It came from that small top position because the word T-Pain, the word unalive, where those the words came from? How the fuck you expecting me to be talking about the problem? How they say they kill people from my country? You say no, make I use the word unalive. What kind of stupid shit is that? They are using you to rewrite history. You don't know. That was when my energy was so high towards the Simon Ekpa. That Simon Ekpa, this is the period where we are the generation that are using to train AI, to train algorithm for the next generation to come. Our language, our style, the way we walk, the way we everything. That's what they are using to train the next generation of AI. So that is the credit I was giving to Simon Ekpa because Simon Ekpa has engraved the word Biafra into the future algorithm, whether we like it or not. Because if you type his name, Biafra will come outside. So just say people will just they follow unnecessary trend. They keep people from my village. They make another say they keep people from my village. Say fuck no, where is that coming from? Why don't they use that word for people where they die for Ukraine and Gaza and Russia? Why don't they say 1,000 people are unalive? Like it's just fucking crazy. Oh, it's unalive. Unalive. Who like say so that YouTube not lie, not lie, not lie. So if your criticism is about was Bola Tinubu, write his name Tinubu or his full name Bola Ahmed Tinubu for tomorrow purpose. Say T-Pain. What is T-Pain? There's somebody that is getting T-Pain already. So how do you expect outsider who is listening, who is reading you to even comprehend what you are talking about? You look at what the fuck is wrong with these people? Let's go and tell you how to tell your own story. That's another thing. We human beings, we are storytellers. Why will you allow another human being to tell you how to tell your own story? It's bad enough they conquer you, they change your language, change everything. Still, they are still telling you how to tell your own story. Now they happy the USID don't go. Tell me how if not be manipulation at the highest level be that on a life. You say T-Pain. My brother, we could not just dey jump into trend. We could they actually process some kind things because it doesn't make sense. Condor, please come up and speak to us. He said, we do not renew hope. I beg, leave T-Pain. When we get into power, we go declare a state of emergency for Lagos. Just dreaming. Bola Tinubu, to me, he had just set a precedent. But as far as I'm concerned, the stage was set for him to explore. The stage was set for him to explore. They know this kind of shit is coming. It was due to the worry and a fear of agitation is getting out of control and insecurity that made him to run to the house to ratify that law. So Tinubu is just taking advantage of it. So it's open. It's open. Where it's open, what just open is that people like me that believe that the Islamic state is going to dominate the political structure as going forward, and it's come to a point that would declare the state, Nigeria as a state as an Islamic state. If you once that point don't reach, you do anyhow. That's what is going to happen to you. They declare the whole region. People don't see all these things. That's why I use. People don't see all these things. People don't see what is coming. They don't really see. By the time we have a president that would declare Nigeria as a Christian state, anybody misbehave in a state of emergency state, they go usher around for 6 months. It's a message. Natasha Akpache is still she's still fighting her own. So these men, they know what they know. They just they play like that. When they push and they test water. Na Germany judge dey from beginning now. I don't know. I don't know say na German guy. I just know say it's very hard for me to actually. For a minute, I dey always take everybody the from US. Yeah. Even though if I go behind my statistic on YouTube, you know they show. But only people where I don't actually where they don't maybe they don't I never see judge before, so that's another thing too. Never actually spoke. Najama and Ovi abeg no talk loud. I be secret agent. For which secret agent wey come you are in Germany. Wait una go need secret agent now because Germany now going forward. Their focus on activities, tourism and military. They go dey recruit military, they go dey invest in hardware. So they have to cut all those una free healthcare wey una dey enjoy that year. Free all those una social security service will be gone. Don't mind them of it. I hate when Nigeria say by what nonsense they I see that thing na during the election the thing first come up. They are telling you to shut up about what is happening in your country because all the killing that are actually happening, especially are carrying about foreigners. So they don't want the algorithm to carry the statistics. If you go now, if you ask how many people were killed in Nigeria last year, the statistics don't go match because you have to ask how many people were unalive. Like some kind things. Like this is that's why you know that we are a conquered people. That's why when they celebrate the USID is in commotion. No, they don't already. There's no need of USID again. They have worked on our reasoning. They don't everything we would hear. It's bad enough at waiting with they consume materially and food. Majority is coming from them. It's coming from outside. Then the final stroke of it is that make me say 100% of what goes through your head is being determined by an outsider. That means even waiting your parents go they tell you. Imagine waiting Jay-Z parents go they tell their kids in the future. It's everything that they be fed with this algorithm. The issue that they learn all this platform and they go so the brainwashing, the colonialization just enter the another level that Kwame Nkrumah talked about. So they don't need NGO to come and persuade you, convince you. They don't need school any. You cannot live without them. You cannot stay without being on internet. We are all internet slaves. We all work for Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the rest of them without knowing, free of charge. The same thing our ancestors can't do, work for free. That's what we are doing. Who can't tell you how to speak, how to tell your own reality? Say somebody, what the fuck is that? Like unalive. They will talk am proudly as if they say they are trendy, they are current, they are woke. Unalive. What's the meaning of unalive? Why you don't ever hear for CNN? So say not be my shout out to man of prestige who just who gave us the breaking news that there is a shootout, there's a shooting accident in Michigan. They're not gonna tell you say 6 people were unalive because of the city or something like that. No, fucking dead or killed or murdered. That's the word that we use. That's the freaking word that we use. Make I see what even. Make I see the report where the man of prestige just brought up about the shooting. I did look for the media conference of Atiku where they give. Make I play out. So let's come back to the normal opposition politics. So what is happening? What in Bola Tinubu do? They're not going to tell you the. See, I think they point out this thing to us every day. Just pay attention to the news. All of them are using pretty much the same words. Every news agency, every permit, all their agents, their surrogates, everybody are saying like, come on now, is it that bad? And nobody can just reason otherwise and even say the same thing. Must you repeat the same words, the same this like it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Bola Tinubu was wrong. Yeah, he was wrong. Obasanjo did not. Yes. Oh, it was not in the section 305. Yes. Is that it? Unacceptable. That's another word that they use. Unconstitutional. The end of democracy. The end of the same thing with the where how they take make Donald Trump come win bigly. Now so they go make Tinubu with bigly because at this point everybody they can pay for Tinubu. Everybody, both the opposition, from the top to the everybody, Tinubu is becoming more popular every day, every day, every day. They are just playing along the rhetoric. They are not taking any action. Now today they wake up. Now they won't take action. How? What is that action? They come together. They address. Then what next? By the end of next month, going towards 2 months from now, we will begin to know who the candidates are. The fact that Obi was not at that press conference, yes, you can say he sent a representative. That's all you need to know. That means that means we are still here. Let me play this Obi's interview. This is where we are now in earnest. They try to cajole everybody. They try to do whatever they can. It's not working. Obi is still the target. How do we get him or how do we kill him? Politically speaking, and this one.
What is important? Let's discuss Nigeria. Whether we are going to do coalition or not, let's talk about the future of the country. Because often we abandon the country and what we need to do, talking about power grab. I'm not interested in any coalition that is for purpose of taking power. It is about discussing Nigeria. How do we care about securing Nigeria? How do we care about the common person in Nigeria? How do we care about our children being in school? That is the most important thing for now. That's what we need to remove. Because what you are doing is that you're encouraging stealing of public money. Because if I steal it and use it to win an election, then I get all the powers and everything, including immunity, not to be prosecuted. So we must stop it. That is what is driving the stealing.
So they never still get Obi to fall in line, for lack of words, to agree with whatever the terms of coming together is. So that's why the guy no show up. He sent a representative, right? Because this is the first coming together of the opposition. They are not going to all be on one political party. I get that, right? But they are coming together. I talked and said before, the only competition that we should watch out for in 2027 is not Bola Tinubu Yedaigo. He's already we won, and Nation is going to lose it. But how is the plan of taking Obi out of contention of the presidency come 2027? When I mean take him out, politically speaking, How do we make sure after 2027 the idea of Obi even having a chance to even contest or run for or win 2031 is off the table? That is all this coalition, all this. That's what it's about, and I think he knows that. Right? They would entice him with a major platform ticket, either PDP or SDP, but he's not going to win. It's not going to win. And once you know win like that, it's over. The idea is a PDP, they betray South, they don't give them tickets. That conversation is done. So shut up and let's focus on turn by turn the arrangement that we have. It's our turn now. So regardless of all this shenanigans, that's at the core of everything that you see is going on, especially the northern political elites. And of course, they can't do it alone, right? We have people like Soludo waiting on the arms. We can forget all these guys too. Being a vice presidential candidate is not out of the question for him. My uncle Shomole. I mean, so that's what you are going to be seeing. If they eventually found one way get Obi to agree to accept maybe PDP ticket, for instance, they were going to work in earnest to destroy him to make sure he no win. That's what they did to Goodluck Jonathan. Not saying this for say I'm giving you what has happened before. Because there is no way you can honor that turn by turn when you have somebody at the other side of the aisle who can boast of a what 6 7 million. If you think I don't understand what I'm talking about, go ask Tinubu. If you think now will be Tinubu problem, then you are getting it all wrong. Nah, Atiku, because on a good day, I said, come rain, you will chop 6 million, 7 million anytime any day. And if you want to go carry the number, enter double GD, it's there behind you. If you get 50, you will get 14. So come 2031, if Obi is scaled through 2027 by getting at least that 6 million again, or finish among the first three, then there's a problem. There's a conversation is still we just getting started all over again. So how do we get him out of line? That's why we see they are converging. You are going to have PDP still going strong, have a strong candidate, and you're going to have SDP. So we have a choice. Keep going solo with a brand new small party or Labour Party if you still believe that the structure is not overtaken already. I mean, since you believe that the obedience is bigger than the political party, I don't think ability for him to raise another small political party to that level will be hard, going by his belief. So his choice is either join PDP, join SDP, or go solo. But for me, I recommend you keep going solo because all you need to do is to prove that yes, it's not a flop, it's not a one-time hit. The removal, this is a still Dre. The removal of local government from Ogbeja to Oge, where be that? Ogede. I don't know what you want. I don't know what it's brother. Ogedigbe caused the full worry from 1996 to 2000. The matter no go end like this. Okay, I think I see your point. Which you want make now? How the matter go dey end? The matter they go end up, but I don't know who will know how to appease the grievance ones that matters. That matters. Oh, PDP is half dead. FP is already buried. So I don't know why una just give up, write PDP off. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't. I don't feel give. Yes, I'm not saying they are going to win now, but I don't. I'm not going to write them off for George. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. They have problem right now, which is as far as I'm concerned, Atiku is their problem because Nah, he can't die. PDP is a struggle. In a struggle party. I don't think he will still be there. He will still be a party to reckon with at the National Assembly. He will still get come 2025, 2027. They will still get at least 10 governors. Wait. Yeah. I know we get 10 governors. How many they get now? SDP is non-entity. So, what are you saying now? That the coalition song is not a hit? Are you saying the coalition song is not a hit? It's a hit, though. I think it's a hit. So, sending George, as America don't live now, they won't go war for Iran. Oh, now go follow them. So that's where the next battle field go. I be don't go already, sir. What do you mean? You don't know what you see it live? I don't know. I don't know that one. You see, say, are you saying this effort, the lives of Erufai and oh, what is this man say? This man is coming, Abi. Uh, Prince Adewale will be on 90 Minutes Africa. So you go tell her like that. Says LDP is dead. He's Obi done them done preserve for 400 billion just now for budget for River State. Oh, I just see I'm now na 400 billion. God, money. So where that money will go now? Ah, the Bola Tinubu play this one well. Ah, imagine say all the oil well wey dey under the state control and don't give am. It's now under his direct supervision without contest. Come borrow Oba. This man, make dem dey take am dey play. They just say na good luck. Na my best for good luck up to today be that. You are a god. They make you god. You dey take people emotion abi you dey consult them before you take action. You no go save your ass. Donald Trump say go for it. Let's meet in court. Na the same thing wey Bola Tinubu do now. Go to court. Donald Trump say we will do it. Then we will meet in court. Judge dey do anyhow say they go after am. We are not in a normal time. Germany, I say Germany. George lives in Germany. Has I don't know how old George is, but if you have German, wey don dey like 60, 70, 80 years old, he go tell you say the whole continent of Europe, the last 70 years is the best year they've ever experienced in terms of peace in their whole existence. So my brothers and sisters, times have changed. If una think say Bola Tinubu dey play, all this one wey people dey come TV dey know it. Hey, you can't do it. You dey get they deceive you. They are all in it. The same thing with for America too. You go hear Democrat TV. Na lie. This is a serious time. But they say they save 400 billion, Nana. sweet money. Bola Tinubu buy another yacht. Wicked, terrible Tinubu sleeping sim. Abba, Naija, only you. Where is Tinubu in all this? There's no wicked Tinubu, okay. No, that terrible Tinubu. Alright, if Tinubu alone, Obi, I live in Germany but belong to US. Just no, the whole Europe was now America say they don't send them again. Now Europe they give now America they give them power, they do anyhow now. They will call it the shakara for us for Africa. Eh? It's big with mumu. But Naija man, I don't know now. Naija man, you know they make me fear. Oh. Now because of you before, I don't they get mad say Tinubu na the right guy. You will be there, now you be number one supporter. You don't they say Tinubu is terrible. Aye, they will come for you. Oh. Don't be like Sheye. I'm going to be that guy name. Yeah. They will come for you. And when they come for you, me, I am on vacation. So this coalition that these people are putting together, it will be interesting how they will take split. Because I know that they will split into two, if not three. And I think another question we should be asking is Obi, if Obi goes solo, is he going to retain the same ticket, which is Baba Ahmed? Because Baba Ahmed not really bring any. I think they should give Obi. Obi said on the hold. But I don't talk Obi best bet if you want run solo na Pantami. Professor Pantami is the right guy for him. Or they carry old man. I recommended who I recommend that time. Gumi said, Gumi, if you give a presidential slot, you no go take o. Gumi go take am. But I recommended the Pratami and who the fuck did I say? There's an older person I recommended. You know they give older person to them. And who again? If Atiku no get Obi no green for them to be on the same ticket, who do you all recommend for Atiku? Soludo. Soludo would be a very strategic pick to fight Obi. It will be a strategic pick. Will they be able to defeat Obi in the southeast? I don't know, but that would be interesting combo. Somebody should pick. I think at this, if this is a time women, the billionaires, we get women billionaire. We get like one now. The elite cadre, the elite echelon of the women, top women. I think at this point they have they have so much they can capitalize on to to front a formidable vice presidential candidate. They can do it. They can do it. They can do it. I want to see if the first major presidential candidate, like the first that will feature a woman as a running mate. I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to that. Never see who it will be, but I will see. If a Nigerian man don't verse for Alhaji Tinubu, yes, so you guys don't. I don't know what you do. You guys say don't stop your allowance. So. I mean, you don't get caught. You don't get slot for the youth conference. This is a no more usual quote. Nigerian man, They don't extend the visitation to you. Make them pick Monday, Paolo. It will shock you. Oh. We go work for Monday. Oh. Right now, we are focused. Oh. We are focused on Monday coming back in 2028. After 2028, 2030, no, 2031, it go down. That one go exceed down. But we'll send and go. We'll send and go Senate. Pueblo is doing God's work. Pueblo is working for us. He's doing good. He's doing great. And I think at this point, we are we are ahead of the curve in terms of his re-election come 2028. The goal is from now see very soon I will dedicate one day for Paulo 2028. We are all in. You know, we never need that for Abuja. He has to finish his job in we still need that for Benin. So who is going to be the first candidate to pick a female VP? But who is Obi going to pick again? Is he going to pick Dati or he's not in position to carry a female vice president? I go fuck him up. Nobody reach that level. Even Tinubu will be sitting president there. You know if you try her now. But last 2 or 3 years ago, immediately the election, people begin to say obedience. They don't the Nigerians don't discourage. They no go and next election no go get a momentum like us. Like you should shut the fuck up. Who tell una say now una go decide how una go take participate for election or not. It's not up to you, the Nigerian people. It's not up to the masses. These guys will frustrate you. They will push you to a point that you will double the money where you spend or the effort you use in supporting in last election. More than this one coming one. And that's what you are seeing. They will tap into your emotion, push you to fear that that's exactly what the opposition are doing. But I say that is a Yamu as VP. No, is a Yamu no get crowd like that now. Because we know if you win a governorship, where it won't come from. It's not money, it's poor. Don't get money now. So you get money, I say okay, maybe money go carry reach. It doesn't have money. It doesn't need you don't get followership in politics, especially presidential politics. Presidential politics. There's two currencies. Money and votes. And money buy votes. So money is pretty much at the top. So Oza is a Yamuna pastor, a small pastor for no we is a Yamu is Jerry is whatever they call it, get members pastor. Even Daddy Free self gets followership pastor in terms of his pastoral level. So is a Yamu cannot is a Yamu can only be vice president, vice governorship now go for now. So give him one time. So he's not that it's not popular sef. He's a Yamu. I just say na church things. Na him help am that first time when he come out. Na redeem court. It is why VP for your people? Why not the real thing presidency? No, that's what we are. Next 2031. 2031. Oshomole will be my top choice from the south. If the kill Obi dream. Oshomole can be a VP slot, but who ain't gonna be VP to for North? It will need a younger candidate. I don't know. I mean, Oshomole and Ribadu now. Nana, George, Oshomole and Ribadu, is Nana, strong Kano. That's a strong cane, oh. Shimole and Ribadu. Ribadu being the flag bearer because now they are turning, they won't go by that route. But it's from the northeast. Yes. The Konkoso of and the Rufai of our time from the northwest, they go gang up. Oshimole are the next any president. Yes. But fear 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 Uzokalu. Fear Uzokalu. If but if they no comot Akpabio, I think he will get he will still come back as the Senate president unless they comot him before that before it time finish. I believe he will come back because anything wey no make them fit comot am before that time he's coming back. But Oshomole will fight. That will give him leverage to him for vice presidency in 2031. He will be the oldest man standing among the active politicians. I think he will be the oldest in terms of yeah, even his participation as a politician. Someone will get leverage well oh, from next year. Oh. If he come back, he will get he will get a lot of leverage because he will make sure that all the candidates that will come out from Edo State, even though for any but for Edo North, all of them will be APC, and that one will give him. Again, this guy, this Ogochinyere too, now somebody that we should watch out for. That guy go far. That guy go far. H day inside. Ogochinyere, guy na mouthpiece, na PDP guy. So he guy go far. I no go surprise if Wike carry him as running mate. When I say Wike, Atiku, I no go surprise. If he once allow the Tinubu choose you, just forget it. So if you choose me, I dey go now. I go to you, mean. There is a strong rumor is that the next Senate president for Senate, yeah. No, he don't there. Now just because he's na first timer, na him make am no really put up go for it like that, like that. He's the first time president. But next time, I think Tinubu sef go prefer am. He no go Oshobola no go dey controversial like this. His whole controversy na good. He will be he will be more of a comedy things. You know, he will not be as Fabio they too they lose with the way they carry talk. The way he talks is just to so Ogochiye is one guy to watch out for in that zone. Minyani Jesu Abijo Charime. What's happening in Ambikanu space? I think I saw a headline. Let me see. Let me look at the headlines and see what going. People they say Wiki have something on Tinubu. We cannot guess anything on Tinubu. You just have to look at the structure of the political game today as it is, right? Somebody in Tinubu's position, where Kanu no dey other in control. You cannot afford to not to be friend with the most powerful man in Rivers. You can't afford it. So we can self understand that part. They are both two politicians who are very ambitious. They fit each other. They don't need to bribe themselves. They need each other. We can need Tinubu to survive politically. Tinubu need Wike to survive politically. Like people, I think people streamline the role of Wike in this administration just to his influence in Rivers. There's a reason they put am for Abuja. Na gate man. There's a reason he's there as the minister of FTC. He has a role. And there's a reason he's still very influential in PDP. PDP in the southwest, PDP in south-south, PDP in southeast. Then they listen to Wike because they know say he and Tinubu na one year they get. Majority of them listen to Wike. And that's something. That's why when a judge they say PDP is dead, you can see where it's coming from. He has a point, but it's debatable. It is because of people like Wike. So if people who are just saying waiting he get the aspect, I don't know. That is, I mean, Tinubu need PDP to be dead, politically speaking, for him to have a good night rest. And God can bring Wike in a strategic position because of his own ambition too. So you just have to, you will get somebody. You can't have. Well, don't forget Tinubu time and Obasanjo time. Obasanjo at a point literally relocated to Lagos. Because you just have to get Lagos by all means. It was very important to him. And Tinubu was not playing. Tinubu needed Lagos to stay relevant. But he not Obasanjo well. Say even if he want to play game with Obasanjo will destroy him. Because that's what happened to Odili in River State. If he could afford to destroy Odili. Even though I was having issue to set with Kanu, but that can easily be leveraged because PDP not like the influence in the north is huge. But even though Kanu still showed them in 2020 re-election, Kanu still showed them. That's why Nkokozo lost his re-election. Themselves knew now time them arrest Mohamed Abacha if I'm not mistaken. So he has to go how and destroy Odile because Odile wasn't playing. Only wanted to play game. He know they play game because he wants to be vice president. He wants to be president. At the end of the day, that's why they give it to good luck. So Tinubu cannot afford to fight Wike, knowing that Kanu is like pretty much he has to give something to get something from Kanu. In leveraging Kanu is very thin. That's why they see they fight the emir. If you get emir out of the way, maybe that will give you maybe 1 point, plus 1 point to negotiate. So the political think tank of Tinubu political family, the strategies, they are at work. They know they sleep. So as far as I'm concerned, nobody say weak or anything. They say where interests converge, you don't need to bribe anybody. They need each other. And the South narrative, turn by turn narrative, play. Just look at all the clowns in the South who get chased like Wiki. All the politicians in the South who get chased like Wiki. Just the rise of Obi kill all of them. Obi come into the scene, put everybody to sleep. All the Ruchas, Okorocha, all every fucking one of them. Only Wiki. The whole South. Southwest. Go to the Southwest, the Yoruba, the whole Yoruba land too. Who's there? Bola Tinubu have to make sure they put everybody under him for him to. Who did that? Now only Marking did they try make noise, but still, and then the same come with Wiki. So if you look at the political, the reality on ground, you understand why the relationship between Tinubu and Wiki has to be the way it is. He can afford it. Tinubu cannot afford to lose guard in rivers, knowing that Kanu is gone. Lagos, he can. He can take Lagos anytime, any day. It's in Alana. Forget the shenanigan that happened in 2010. He can take Lagos. That one, he be president. That is a total control. That's the worst that will happen. So there's a need for you to have two out of those three. Other than the vote that is coming from there, there's money. If you ask me how which money they can, you have to know that the share of the share of the budget that goes to Kano, but the amount of actually individual millionaires and billionaires that reside in Kano, literally. Could they make Kazu and pick a Kano? That phrase, no be joke. Whatever you bring come, they get and pass you. Wike is the second strongest politician, and Oshomole is the third politician. Yes, but political power in real time. You are talking about the underground powers now. If you're talking about in the surface, outside Tinubu, you have to give it to the Senate president. Senate president use more power in the south, then followed by the I think the majority whip Uzokalu, who is now even the chairman of NDDC. People they forget that. Say now waiting empower the current Senate president. He was also a chairman of the NDDC before he ended up. So don't forget. So people they underplay Uzokalu. Uzokalu chance of becoming president or vice president is as up there as Obi. It's as up there as Obi. I will not take my eye off that guy. He has the money, and he uses his money well as a politician. He's just like Mitt Romney of the Republican. Mitt Romney is stickingly rich, and because of his way of life in a Mormon, so his whole Mormon, the whole state, they are for him. That's why if he challenge anybody, any vote, visit. So that's who Uzokalu is. Uzokalu is a billionaire in real time, and he invested so much in the media. So that's why no matter all those scandals that he has went through, why it is say nobody they even bring him up like that? Say the guy just come up for jail. He was in Kirikiri, and he ended up still becoming a senator. He stand a chance to become the Senate president. And as far as I'm concerned, I will not be shocked if I see him as a running mate to any major presidential candidate in the north. So people feel no like him. But that doesn't really matter like that when you have money. Doesn't really matter when you have money, but like real money to spend. So Odele is not a strong politician and he is not relevant. That's why now waiting. That is what Obasanjo did to him. Obasanjo had to make sure because Obasanjo he got no agree work with Obasanjo like the way Wike they work with Tinubu. So if you go back well, they were Obasanjo now. So that's why Obasanjo had to go all out and finish up. Bori was not that lucky. Odili, despite saying Odili wife said did the system was a judge. That's why the guy I feel say they don't feel arrest him like that, and he learned from what happened to Bori and Alamesia. If you remember, these three people money they had, these three states there was so much money during PDP time. Oh yeah, they anyhow. So three states, there's so much money. So Obasanjo had to go all out. The rumor has it that Ibori's money that ran Yaradua's campaign. So he could not find a common ground with them. He has to destroy them. That's Obasanjo. That's why people they talk about Obasanjo is just like what you that they think says. I know they pay. I wasn't following politics the way they follow and deep like in total like this. But I can still tell you the things that were wow in the public space under Obasanjo. Obasanjo na terror. Obasanjo na terror. So it dealt with the Niger Delta leaders to the point that now that they recover. And now that they recover. So Tinubu had to do like that. Tinubu could not get the data guy to work with him. What's his name? The guy we run under Atiku. Imagine we don't even know him again. Sir. Imagine how useless he is. As useless is politics. You know calculate well. If what's his name? Doctor Ifeanyi something. So now the Niger Delta guys. Now Obasanjo they bring the now Tinubu they bring them back. When Tinubu win, we no see Ibori in Asu Rock, we no see Odili. All of them, he call all of them back. The 1999 club. Obasanjo destroyed them. Then of course the northern presidents they have to raise his own cabal from the southwest, which is Buhari. That's where Buhari tried to raise people like the short man from Calabar, when they speak BB grammar. He has to raise him. He has to work with David Umahi, Amechi. So Buhari has to find a way to raise another cabal because those one they follow PDP go. Then now Tinubu come back. Tinubu resuscitated the clan cabal, but he know what those cabal. He know they are rich. You know the money where they don't get money again like before. So you have to look at the current guy now. That's where Wiki comes to play. So you see that relationship right there. So there's nothing saying hold anything against them. We wicked terrible sleeping come on. Nigeria man. This is shocking, oh. Can't tell us what happened now. That's the last time I checked, a few hours ago. Tinubu is the best man. Nigeria is back. Nigeria is back. What happened? Okowa, Ifeanyi Okowa is gone. I no sure say Atiku will use them again. He used the last money and it no work. Ayande, yes, I shot Ayande. That one follow Buhari go. Buhari then go. They don't get sense. That's why I love the northern politicians.
Then now that saying that no permanent enemy, no permanent friend. The northern politician understands that language. You understand? They understand that language, and it work for them most of the time because how many people remember say Senator what be the senator from Boronu? Oh my God, Indime. Indime was the campaign manager to Amechi. Both the guy from Plateau, they were on Amechi camp working hard, campaigning against Tinubu, calling more names. But as soon as Tinubu win the this thing, all of them shift well. Amechi see they carry in two left leg, they see they say Tinubu is this, Tinubu is that. Guy, that's how the numbers not paying like that. You don't see Erufai. Erufai will be saying that Buhari bring a power. Nobody know Erufai. The boy na Abuja politician, na Obasanjo boy. Buhari resuscitate his political dream, make am governor. At the tail end of his governorship, what happened? He switch. Because you know say Buhari no dey come back. He switch to Tinubu side. But unfortunately, backfire. So everybody dey raising cabal. So anybody wey dey read another meaning to what's going on between Tinubu and Wike, I don't think they understand how politicians think. So it's all about interest. Because me, if you listen earlier at the beginning of this administration, I know before I said Wike will go jail, that he go beg at the end of his term. Because I thought he was going to be stupid too, because he go say no take money, he no do anything, make they come put down No, the guy has a different card playing for him. He understands advice they come. In order for me to keep being the system, I have to work with the main guy. Now don't forget saying drop 300 million during campaign for Lagos. See now the women of Lagos have been in support them. So it's just a relationship that have something in common. They now their interests, their interests meet. And so politics they work. If you look at what is going on between Russia, Putin, and Donald Trump, America now, they have to go back to where their interests used to align. Just like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, especially 40s and especially in the 40s, they needed Soviet Union. America needs Soviet Union on their side to take out Germany. Second World War. It happened. They succeeded. As soon as they finish, they don't switch on them. America switch on them. How they do them? They turn to China. That's why they bring China into world organization. Expose them, their markets to them. And went into Cold War with the Soviet Union. They just helped them fight war. Lose millions of people. Billions of dollars. And they take Soviet Union down. Today now, despite say they wage war against them via Ukraine, 100% American war. But they identify another threat again, which is what? China. Guess what? They have to say, okay, we have to go back, say, come, work with us. Let's do business again against China. But I don't know where I go work because the China relationship and the Ukraine Russia relationship is on a different level. The survival of Russia in this onslaught from Ukraine via the United States, their survival, the survival of the economy was largely because of the Chinese. So how he will turn out, the story is still unfolding. So now interest, once your interest, identify your interest, you go work with the person. So if we be work with Tinubu again, Atiku again, I go understand. But I don't know how he want to work because he will always work against them. So the northern cabal understand how to navigate that terrain, but our guys, they take the extreme, take themselves to the extreme, to the point of no return. They go bust yourself to the corner that to come back to what they had to them. So the Nigerian political scene a very interesting one. Make I show now, but make I show now one video. Two people don't win. The way they go take win this election in a landslide. They go bust me to one corner. They go give Tinubu landslide victory. We are caught up with the shenanigan of Wike and the Godfather, Simibi and Godfather. I'm talking about the obedience now. The obedience know they see through all this thing where they happen. That on the flip side, this thing are against them. They are actually working to make sure they no see road again. I don't think the obedient guy. But Peter Obi could say for him not to show up literally at this World Press Conference, that gave me a little bit of hope. So okay, that's this guy they see what I they see, which I'm not surprised. I don't expect Obi to be that naive. So, but the fact that the obedience structure is not aligning with, it's what I cannot explain. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, know they see. I mean, know they see what is playing outside my radar. Could be, but I hope it's that. I hope. If not, this beautiful story that is started by four people tweeting in the room. My metamorphosis to 6 million votes straight up. I don't want it to have a strategic end. Make I download this video of why I say the obedience are they lose guard. They lose guard. They are lose guarding. Make I see. Maybe say fuck. Okay. Then they lose guard. Oh wait, make I. Oh, oh my god. I don't know where I go to play. I don't know where I go to play the. Now Bola Tinubu's son. Bola Tinubu, Shey Tinubu, wey arrive. I don't know. They no put let's say na either Kano airport or anything, but the can dignitaries that line up. It be like say na president na the touchdown. That's Don Junior, Donald Trump Junior strategy. Why him father they collect bullets, they collect all the water from media. The guy was busy. His podcast was on fire. The guy was meeting Republican heavyweights. He was meeting the mega heavyweights. He was invading rallies and making. And the guy was at work. He not just pay attention to all everything where in Papa they go through, right? It was just on the field. It was on the field, just running things. That's exactly what Sheyi Tinubu is doing. Sheyi Tinubu no care wetin dey happen. That's say no dey Nigeria. In fact, he manage gives public speech sef. They don turn the thing to against they only use the yabam. But the guy stay fucking focused. Man, I mean I admire that guy. He no care wetin dey dey. Yes. Be say dey what about they talking about him papa. Not really. That nigga is just blazing. He's doing the God's work. So That's where the obedience I'm missing in action. I like it. James Ibori is a strong ally of President Tinubu since 1999. Yes, you know, now to Obasanjo finish out. Yeah, Obasanjo. Ah, no, Obasanjo. Ah, Obasanjo was something. So at the time, he tried Tinubu, just that Tinubu na Agbero too. Tinubu came with the Chicago politics. That Tinubu bring come. Ah, Tinubu hold Lagos down. They fight that fight. I think it was the middle of that fight that last man was born because be- because Tinubu could not necessarily trust the police under Obasanjo. If we remember, there was a tug of war, pretty much the police commissioner then. So what Tinubu did has to now create LASMA and empower the head of LASMA like a police commissioner. In other words, every entitlement where police commissioner they get, Tinubu they give am to the head of LASMA. He empower those motherfuckers just to counter the activities of Lagos Nigerian police during the election. No. Obasanjo try. Obasanjo fight. They fight Tinubu. They fight themselves to overturn Lagos to PDP. PDP was powerful then. Now. Anyway, say that we are the biggest party in Africa. They went from PDP power to PDP share the money. And Nigerian election never remained the same again. So what is happening to Wiki and between Tinubu is not something new. It's been here. It's just that as I use America as an example earlier on, before Donald Trump left office, the, the constitution was tampered with. But that justice was whatever. Supreme Court went to action. So most of those things, Donald Trump was taking advantage of them, right? Everybody shout. That's what happened. That boy. So the constitution, that's what they will tell you is a working document, right? They will adjust it anytime they are deadlocked, they are at odds with the constitution. Not anytime where the general public they are at odds. Oh. No. When their vision, their interest is at odds with the constitution, then they will go to action. They will enact and enact. But when they say electoral reform or whatever, it will take decades. It's a power game, y'all. What I like, what I dey share now. Come, I like money too. What I dey donate money to now. Àbí kí ló ń ṣe wọ́n? Um, Yesu ya ce ni ne hanya, ni ne gaskiya, ni ne rai. Ba mai zuwa guru ba, sai ta wurina. Yesu ya ce ni ne hanya, ni ne gaskiya, ni ne rai. Ba mai zuwa guru ba, sai ta wurina. So, Now I just remember something now. This on your mandate song, the day when Bola Tinubu they present the bill. Now I play the video. So I want to know where both the obedience in the house and the articulated. I'm talking about members of the House of Representatives and the Senate now, who are singing on your mandate. We stand. Come on, we are stand. And then don't be telling them these opposition leaders they dey speak for. I mean, they different things. I know they will be make a address for the very first time when I make I take credit. Make I dey talk as if say will be the year which I dey talk. And when I call them out 2 days ago that they have never called the obedient elected officials in the house to order or subjected to any kind of scrutiny in public. But how they will come one go take them serious and all that kind of shit. So I think it got the that. So as I said, I'm taking the credit now for myself. So obedient for the first time he has come out to address the people that they should not would support the Bola Tinubu emergency state of emergency. So were they singing along too? Because the song actually makes sense. This mandate song. And Tinubu finished by saying, before I play am, you guys hear wetin they talk. I have a feeling they will grant presidential pardon to James. They don't pardon am already now. They don't pardon am now. A good luck pardon am now. Don't forget. Abi? Am I tripping? No. Good luck don't pardon am. Yes. Yeah, I see. James Ibori's pardon. Yeah. 2003. His. I have yeah, so yes, 2003. Good luck, pardon now. Make I read from Reuters. Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan has pardoned a former state governor convicted of stealing millions of dollars of public money. His office said on Wednesday. This was date. This was January 23rd, 2013. So on Wednesday, a move condemned by anti-graft activists, including the man who brought him to book. The Alamesia, ex-governor of Oyo. Wait a minute. Am I think I'm going far. I'm going ahead of my. I'm going okay. So okay. Na boss in pardon. The Alamesia, ex-governor of oil producing state, Bayelsa State, and ally of Jonathan, was sentenced to 2 years in jail in 2007, charged of corruption and money laundering. It was the first case of a top politician being convicted for draft in the nation history. He served just 2 days of his sentence after spending nearly 2 years in detention awaiting trials. The pardon will enable him to enter politics if he chooses. Oh yeah. So make I know. So now let me share no be boy. Wait. Plus, it's like you're up to something. No? I could be. Yeah, I think I was wrong. That was Alames here. So what you just said now, I think it's on the rumor already. In the rumor that it might be pardoned. Somebody just tweeted that. Let me see who that is. Not just any. This was tweeted in 16th January. FG inaugurated 12-member advisory committee on presidential pardon. That was cable news. Let me see. Let me read from cable news of January 12th, 2025. This was submitted by Bolanle Olabita. The federal government has inaugurated a 12-man presidential advisory committee on the prerogative of mercy, tasked with recommending individuals eligible for pardon from criminal convictions. Speaking in Abuja on Wednesday, Judge Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, said Section 175 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, give the President the authority to grant pardons. He added that the committee, which has a 4 year tenure, consists of members drawn from relevant ministry, departments, and agencies, as well as representatives from religious bodies and four eminent Nigerians. The committee will be chaired by the Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi. He said other members include the Permanent Secretary for Special Duties and Government Affairs, representatives from the Nigerian Police Force, Nigerian Correctional Service, Nigerian National Human Rights Commission, Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, and the Christian Association of Nigeria. Also included are the Justice Augustine Utseha, Professor Akasu Abba, Chief Ekinlolu Olujimi, San, Professor Nike Sedikat Ajaya, and the Director of Force Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, who serve as the committee's secretary, Lateef Fagbemi, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, said the committee may be required to visit correctional facilities across the country to critically appraise and identify potential cases of conviction and ex-convicts towards recommending them for presidential pardon or clemency as appropriated. Already, my office has been with application for presidential pardon and clemency, the FG said. We are to look into this application and advise on their merit as appropriate. We assure Nigerians that we will carry out our assignment objectively in the public interest and the interest of the justice. We must also state that our assignment is in no way a reviews of the decisions of the court, but a discharge of a mandate imposed on Mr. President by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At the conclusion of our assignments, the committee will be required to present this report and actionable recommendation for onward transmission to Mr. President for consideration and further directive. So they have a 5 year, 4 year mandate. So at the end of his tenure, that is when he's going to announce. No, it makes sense now. I don't know if that's what they do it before. I don't know if they set up a committee and they had to work for that long. Thank you, Ais. You see now, I don't learn one thing. That's interessano. Somebody say how many billions was budgeted for their takeoff? It's all right. All this wahala is because they want the pardon one politician or friend. That comes with. I think should I say that's the benefit of being the president. After going all through the you know scrutiny. That's okay. Naija man. I don't care how old my children get if they fall on hard times. Come home as long as mama lives and breathes. I am here. Naija man, why you dey send me that thing na show? I tell you say I dey hungry now. I don tell you say I dey hungry for the past 20 years. Even McDonald's money, nobody sent to me. And you are telling me to go back to Mama's house. Yes, so politics for Nigeria too sweet. Oh. I tell you. I would say they keep me alive over this since I fall out of love. When I fall out of love with soccer, football, I found love in track and field. I fall love in track and field, and I follow it religiously, and I got the best I could that it has to offer. And as I was falling out of love, I set up an institution. I will say it. I set up a media and an NGO to cement that legacy. As I was falling out of love with that, I fall in love with politics. I fall in love with politics, and this love will not expire. I think this will take me to my grave because it encompasses mass big grammar small. It cover every aspect of our goddamn life. Because matter of life is life, is society. Society is built on politics. Every revolution was built on what? Politics. Religions were built on politics. Socialism, capitalism, which is the order of everything you think of, our way of life, languages, war, joy, everything. So it's so vast because at every juncture I always ask myself, what next? Right? What next? And when I did track, that's it's always what next for me. It's not about it's not about the next competition or the next medal or the next championship. It's about what next? What do I want next? Of course, I know that maybe in a competition will take me there. It had to take me winning, right? To get to scholarship to say I want to go to school, to say I want to represent the state that I represented, to say I want join clubs, to say I want travel, to say I want to represent Nigeria. So it takes training, competition, and winning and losing. But all that has to it was between me falling in love with it and asking myself, now that I'm in love with this, what next? Right? What next is okay. I want to go school here. I want to I want to represent this state. I want to represent this club. I want to go to this place. So in between falling in love with it and me asking myself what next, finding out what next, in between is where the competition and everything comes from. Right? So there's always what next. So what next when I fall in love with it, I have to say, okay, I have to start get educated about it, start reading about it, start literally literally start getting involved by talking to people, arguing with people that know better than me or know much like me or arguing at every step or just to get myself immersed in politics. Argue from every angle, get involved with angels, start talking to people. I don't they start to the interview politicians since 20 for America since 2014. I was actually was it 14 or 13? I was actually talking to interviewing a congressman, Rena from North Dakota. He's still in the house. Then sitting down with them, interviewing how they work and all that. So went to Rhode Island, talked to the governor at that time, went to town hall meetings, go rally. So come into classroom, get debate, fail exam, do ojoro, everything that has to do with the process of getting to know everything that is involved, attending conferences, right? And participating in the international conversation and all those uh, bull crap, I would say, to interview a presidential candidate, ranging from Peter will be after Endoro finish to Prince Adewale where he's running to Cornell West where he's running here. And so there's always whatness. So then starting a think tank podcast when I did school that time, but we fall apart with the team. Now taking to this literary following. So there's always whatness. Maybe tomorrow I will say, Niger man, he's you being my campaign manager from this Eis Naisha man from maybe not from Uju Egbe or from where Stella come from. Where Stella come from that time. I be dey run Ekomara, I be dey run Ekoma. No, say I dey run Ekoma. I be dey run Ekoma. When Stella Obasanjo come from Ekomara, yeah. Not to Juele. I been not Juele. Not to Egbe. But so maybe one day I go say he's be my campaign manager. Niger man be the director general of the diaspora campaign coordinator. George and you come and be the coordinator of S-men and all the militant both official what would they designate by government or not. We just yeah, but even though I dey joke, but that's it's always the ordinary. So that's why I say politics will take me to my last day because there's always what next, right? Because I believe even if I decide to go into active politics, you won't be there forever. You retire or whatever, you lost or whatever, or you know go. I know say in as far as if they as if they reason, as if they think, as if they talk, as if they get consciousness, I will see they make noise behind or in front of the camera or talking to people. That I know. So what I don't spend 3 hours. So yes, I think I don't try. And thanks to man of prestige in first call, take the conversation. Since the man of prestige, we no argue today. We ask, we talk, we we talk from both of us trying to understand it, and we educate ourselves along the line. We understand the examples we pull off, and George, sorry you call. I couldn't get it, but your contribution was well received. Yes, you did the Niger man. And how many people they watch now? Five. At the time, I get up to like 15, but let me see have, how many people came through since I don't dare they make noise. Let me see how many people. How many people has visited us? About 93 people has come and knock and gone. So how many more? Maybe by this time tomorrow, another more 90 or 100. I'll give you an update. But I'm saying all this to say that I should come in anytime, any day, any month, any week, any year. Please always like it. You can come in contact with this broadcast 10 years from now. Still like them, still share them, still subscribe that time. And you can still donate too. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we are sleeping, it's 24 hours, right? As I've always said, it's always 4:20. It's always 1:20 p.m., a.m., whatever, anywhere. So, bros, I be Bini man. Oh. He's not Bini. He's not still not Aisha and that year. I mean, at the same. I go buy food for one African store. The babe we did there, Bini babe. We get the same mark for face. Now ask her when she come and say she Benin. I say, oh, from Edo to before she know she begin speak Benin. I begin laugh. She say, see this one don't lost. I said, no, I don't lost. Because I be Edo person, no me say I go outside a language. Me say speak my language or something. She know yeah, see, I you say don't lost. Begin laugh. So and because I remember I know if I have a friend that bears that name. He used to be my landlord picking. Aish. Aisha, na for my guy, for my people. From Edo State. Yeah, I know. I'm from Akoko Edo. So you see if I did if You see why I talk like that? I kind of I know it's strange that I don't explore Benin like that. I know Benin, I know Edo, but I think with my knowledge of some kind of states outside Edo, I think I'm not proud of my what I know. I should know more about Edo, not necessarily, but some kind like the languages, the nuances. I know really. I live. I stay. I'm from Edo State, but I live for Edo like I'm a stranger. But anyway, it's a good it's good to chop it up with you guys. So it's about to be 5 o'clock p.m. So are they hungry? I go find food chop. Maybe I'll be back in the next 2 hours or so for another episode. Hopefully we'll get breaking news. There's always breaking news anyway. I will let me go. Man, go find out with the man of Prestige talk something about the shootings that happened in America. Maybe I go follow that news. Maybe we'll talk about it. So, guys, thanks very much and I appreciate your time. Please like, share, tell your friends, your enemies that with the see things differently. Yeah. Ciao, ciao.